for this panel, we're going to host three venture capital firms that I think each one of them has a unique perspective and a unique strategy for investing, but all of them are focused on photonics, micro-LEDs, AR, VR, and displays in general. So I think we'll begin with a short, or not so short introduction, so each one can explain to the audience who you are and maybe a bit about your investment thesis. We'll start with Claire from PwC.
Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't quite realize we were the last session, so I felt like the pressure's on to get the energy back. So yes, I am Claire Valoti. I'm one of the co-founders of what was Haylo Ventures. And we set out to disrupt the VC space in a really positive way, because what we felt was happening in the VC space was that people were investing and sort of stepping away. And what we found in deep tech, what needed to happen was a bit more help to commercialize faster. So our model is we were looking at companies that felt like they needed support to commercialize fast, and that's what we did. Along the way, we discovered quite a lot of companies in the micro-LED space. That what we started to see in the micro-LED space, everyone was trying to solve different problems in very fragmented ways. And actually we thought, if we could be the people that try to bring everything together in the micro-LED space and think about it as one ecosystem. Because if you think about the people that are solving the challenges, it's the customer. If you think about like Meta, they're the ones that are looking at the sector in totality. So we launched Haylo Labs to really invest in the micro-LED space to see how we could accelerate it. And with that, we recently acquired a business called Plessy, which I think has been mentioned in a session earlier. And that's where we are on our journey. So our plan is really to see how we can continue to invest in this space, but with really a big focus, obviously, on accelerating Plessy as a business, given the opportunity ahead of us.
Thank you, Claire. And we'll talk about Plessy later, I'm sure. And now Pieter from Photon Ventures.
Yes, hello. Thanks for having me here. My name is Pieter, and I'm one of the founders of Photon Ventures. A bit in the same line of thinking, we did not intend to be very proactive. Well, of course, we are very proactive to our investment, but we try to think of an ecosystem approach where we try to align everything surrounding integrated photonics. And of course, the light engine, which is an essential part of AR, VR purposes, is part of our investment thesis, and therefore we invest in two companies. So that's a bit why I'm here and why I've been interested in displays and everything surrounding AR, VR.
Thank you. And last but not least, Bedwyr from Lam Research, the venture capital firm, or arm of Lam Research.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm Bedwyr Humphreys, Lam Capital, which is the CVC from Lam Research. So Lam makes capital equipment for semicon, so it's etch, deposition, electrochemical deposition, wet clean. So that's the core business. Funnily enough, Lam Capital was set up to explore outside of semicon. It was set up around about 2012. So who would have thought, that today they would need to be looking outside of the business. There's so much growth ahead of us now that, in fact, I think since the last 5 years or so, Lam Capital has been focused again, specifically on the core business. And just to give you an idea, as a corporate VC, it's highly strategic. I guess you'll get a whole range of different reasons why corporates will want to do this. But for Lam, very, very strategic, which means there has to be a strategic rationale for us to put money into that startup. Doesn't mean that we want to throw the money away. There's always a return that we want to see. But if you can't come up with a strategic rationale as to where this fits into the business and the bigger picture, then it's very difficult to get any investment made. And hence, that's the advice to any startups approaching corporates, to understand what is the strategic focus of that corporate and how you might be able to work together. And just to give you some examples of Lam's raison d'etre for investing, it would be portfolio enhancement. So the tools we have today, how can your technology make them better? So it could be sensors, but it could also be robotics to enhance the operational effectiveness of the company. Portfolio extension, so ends up with an acquisition. Doesn't always happen, but that happens. Ecosystem development as well, that sometimes you can see there's a great market there. We've got great tools here, but there's a blockage, and you need someone to unblock that. So by putting money in, you can do that. And I guess the final one is strategic intelligence. So understanding the core market that you're in and the direct